What up, though, Boogie? We are. Oh, excuse me. That was a little rough there. It was Boogie. What up, though, Boogie? We
Oh
are
God.
back for another dope episode of Late Night with Nate and Adrian. I'm your boy Nate Galloway.
I'm Adrian Bradyberg.
No bombs. I'm glad I got to rebound myself because you know that. I don't know what's going on, Boogie.
Oh God.
Smoker's cough.
Per
You know
usual.
something for that. But we are back. Shout out to the No Sleep crew. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. We appreciate you for tuning in. Boogie,
Yes, sir.
we are back. How you
Another
feeling?
week. Man, I'm feeling great. Man, it's a lot going on that that I'm very happy about. Seeing, black people prosper
Yes.
and just,
Hand
I
claps
woke
for
up.
that.
Right, black people prospering, boy. That's a fucking mouth. I mean, that's a mouthful.
And right before Black History Month, too.
Right, black people prospering. Right, that is a mouthful. No. Yeah, I'm good, feeling great. Week was what it is, and you know what? And that's okay. I'm tired of people always trying to be cheery. Not everything is
True.
cheery. I'm real with mine. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I enjoy the fact that I'm able to see another week, but
Okay.
dang it, it's okay to just not be so positive all the darn time.
So you're saying you had it was what, a little
It was
hectic? Was it?
Nah,
You
it
just
was
had to
just,
shout a little bit? What
you know what I'm
was
saying?
it?
It was mid. It was a very mid week. Okay,
Was that Reggie?
it was feeling real Reggie. Okay,
Well, thankfully, it's over.
right? No, yeah,
On to the next.
yeah. Well, how was your week, man?
It was good, Boogie. You know what? I got an announcement to make. I'm a vegan. I am officially
Wait, stop playing.
vegan.
No, you're not.
I went and I got some Tabitha Brown seasoning, and
Oh
I
God.
put it on some chicken, and it's delicious. I'm like partial vegan.
Wait. You put it on some.
Yes, you heard me right. I took some of, I think it's a sunshine.
Yeah,
It's a
the
phenomenal
sunshine.
seasoning. It is delicious,
Yeah,
and it just pep that chicken right on up. I
it's
was
the
like,
new seasoning salt.
it's amazing. It's great all purpose. It's different from
Yeah.
all these other people's all purpose seasoning. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Let's do it. And I'm hooked, so hooked that I have quite a few of Tabitha Brown's products. This is a Tabitha Brown household here. We support, our own. You got to get when I say I'm vegan, Boogie, I had the vegan potato salad.
Okay.
Very good. Very good. You know how I feel about my potato salads? Very good. I had the vegan pasta salad. Very good as well.
Okay.
I was like,
Okay.
she even has these it's like little vegan pickles or whatever, and I was
Yeah.
like, do we gotta put vegan on the bottle because they're pickles, that is technically, but some people don't know. She got some hummus. I was like, oh my gosh, Tabitha Brown, this hummus is good. And I also have 2 bags of the popcorn, and I got a couple of some little totes. So I'm all about reusable bags.
You didn't save anything for anybody to get some. You was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and take all this real quick.
I mean, I left, some plates. She had some nice little pictures. So go out there, support, her line. I feel like whenever there's a black line that comes out and black people know about it, you're like, we got to be the first ones to get there. It's like, everyone else, move out the way, let us get ours, and whatever's left, y'all can have.
Man, I definitely want to support her. I love the fact that she's coming out with actual vegan food products, which makes sense, of course. Like,
Yeah,
why wouldn't
absolutely.
you? That's a great transition. But yeah, I'm a wait. I'm always that person. I like to wait until the second iteration,
Second wave.
second iteration, third wave. That's just how I am. I'm always that way. Get
I
the
feel
kinks
that.
out real quick. Not to say there's anything wrong with any of the products that she had, because she probably spent a lot of time trying to cultivate and make sure she had the right ingredients or whatnot to be, plant-based. But yeah, I'm all for it. Even if you're vegan-ish, clearly you're not vegan.
I'm definitely putting that stuff on everything.
Hey, you sound like a Frank's commercial. We put that on everything.
I was like, you know what? I don't know if you're supposed to put this vegan seasoning on chicken, but we're going to try it out. Burgers, fish, everything. We're all veganish in this
So you
household.
can put it's an all-purpose seasoning.
Yeah, it is. And it's not like, the traditional all-purpose seasoning where you're like, okay, I can taste the paprika in here. This is like, oh, a little bit of pineapple. Oh, a little bit of mango. It's got like it's got a little kick to it, but it's not like where, oh, I can't eat this. It definitely has like that Caribbean-esque vibe to it, but it goes literally on everything. All purpose.
Right, I'm gonna check it out, because the last time I was trying to get it, it was sold out, and I was like, all right, as it should, as it should, as it should. I get it.
I had to put an order in to get this.
Right.
But Boogie, been some movies out, some blickety black movies that are in theaters and on the Netflix. I saw one that you did not see. I'm gonna talk about that one first. Missing with Nia Long
and Stormy Reed.
Yeah, her. Thank you for telling us. I'm going to look her name up. Dope movie. It's a really good movie. It also let me know I need to change some of my Google parameters. Like, whoa. But dope. I definitely think no spoilers at all. I think folks should definitely go out and see that one. I gotta give that one 4 black thumbs, because Nia did her thing. And you and I both, we did happen to see you people, Kenya Burris and Eddie Murphy and Jonah Hills and all those Lauren Londons and Nia Long's movie. Nia Long had a good weekend.
Yeah, it was a star-studded cast for sure. And this you people,
how you feel? How you feel about it? How you feel?
I was relatively pleased. I was pleased with it, because I'm always on the fence. I'm always iffy with Kenya Burris. Yeah, I'm a little iffy with Kenya Burris, but I will say Kenya Burris and Jonah Hill partnered together to make this film, and I appreciate that, because I don't, you don't want to speak about somebody else's experience.
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you don't know it. And so the fact that, Jonah coming in as a Jewish man, partnered with Kenya, actually made it more genuine, more authentic. I enjoyed the funny quips, the little jabs here and there. I love the mixture of both styles. You can definitely see it and hear it in the film. I feel like everybody talking about how
the elephant in the room.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the best way to say this.
The white elephant.
We talked about this. Is this, or would you consider this an unrealistic couple? Like, did you see this happening? Like, could you see this happening? Because this is no, I'm just saying these situations happen, obviously.
They do.
But we're talking about this particular couple that they have in the film with Lauren London and Jonah Hill.
So I'm gonna get your thumb rating here shortly. Let's backtrack. I'm gonna answer your question. Oh,
sure, for sure.
I'm trying to figure out. Should I answer your? You know what? I'm gonna answer your question first, and I'll get my review. Okay. No, I don't think that. there's there's no way in the
This
world
guy.
there's not an ounce, not even if he had Steph Curry shooting for him, would
All
he
right.
be able to pull Lauren London? No, I don't care how big your man. There's just no way. They could have used a better white dude. Jonah Hill could have wrote this, but I see a Channing Tatum. That would work. I see who's the white dude from Sonic, or the white dude that was in
Like
Death of
Brian Greenberg.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, it's a few like
Thor.
Yeah. No. But you're looking for they were trying to focus on the Jewish piece. So
there's some good-looking Jewish guys out here. Let's not act like they all look like Jonah
no
Hill.
doubt. No doubt. Again, I have a list of the Jewish baddies. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. They didn't go through any of the Jewish baddies. Like, come on now.
Yeah, but they have to have the same comical timing and pieces with just like Jonah could have presented, like he presented, which I can appreciate, because Jonah is who he is. He's a tatted, like, I feel like he wrote this to be so close to self. But I don't know him, so I wouldn't know. So, but it felt authentic to me. His personality.
I will say his personality, yes. There just wasn't a lot of chemistry between him and Lauren London's character.
Yeah.
Jonah Hill is funny in certain situations. He's just not rom-com funny. He's not. That's not him.
He's not rom-com.
I think if you're trying to go for someone who looks in that same vein, I would have put Seth Rogen there, because he is rom-com funny, and if we're still going for Lauren London would never date you. That is literally the person, and he's funnier. And you throw in the aspects of him smoking weed and all those types of things. You throw that in there. That
maybe he was busy.
That's possible. A lot of good jokes. The writing, Sam J's in it. There's a lot of good writing, so you can definitely tell they had a lot of black comics, even white comics, in on the writing. Yeah. So I was okay with a lot of the jokes. Definitely very cringy though. I was just like, I was cringing a lot in it, and I was like, I get that people talk like this. I get that there are white people that literally. So I understand it, but it was just like some of it was just like, I mean, we're doing way too much. I think that there was hardly any character development between Lauren London and Jonah. We just didn't see the chemistry. Like, go back. Let's be real. This is a 2023 Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Guess Who? That's what this is. But the difference between Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and Guess Who, there was so much development. The development between Bernie Mac's character and Ashton Kutcher, the development between Bernie Mac and his wife and Zoe Saldana.
The story did flow a bit fast.
It wasn't complete.
Yeah, it was a little choppy. Yeah, it was choppy.
There were so many scenes, and again, no spoilers here. I'm just gonna say Boogie the barbershop scene. That scene should have been so much funnier than I'm like, what are you doing here? And you had Anthony Anderson in there, and you didn't let any. It's like almost as if they were just like, stick to this script. You can't even go off and freestyle like how y'all normally would. I was just like,
Well, you have to remember who's writing under it. Yeah. And it reminds me of Kenya. This is Kenya.
It's just, I hate to be like lazy writing, but it's just like, bro, I know they gave you a bag to do this, so you could have fleshed this out and made this way better. I also don't like, I'm just gonna put it out here, I don't like how we are using the N-word to address white people in this movie. And I understand there are black people who do that. I understand that. But let's be real. They're not that. So stop addressing them as that. It's super weird. And it's just like, why are we doing this? I just kind of felt like Dr. Umar would have been upset with this movie for some obvious reasons. I mean, Kenya Burris, if you're gonna go through and have the same tropes of the interracial relationships or whatever, can we at least maybe flip it and maybe have a dark-skinned woman? Can we do that? Because you just put the same people over and over again, and it just looks like you got an issue with dark-skinned people. It's just, I don't know. What's your rating on this one?
I just
The
from
thumbs. How many thumbs you got?
I'll give it a 3.5.
3.5 black thumbs. Okay, that's a solid rating.
Just cause I'm giving it more than what I would normally
Okay.
rate it, because of the fact that it's some funny people in there. And and as much as it's not as drawn out and fleshed out with the scenes that they could have done for what they have, these are professional, polished, funny people that, regardless of what the movie and lines is, they made it work to their ability. So,
I mean, even Mike Epps is in it. How do you not have Mike Epps? He went off a little bit, but I was like, man, you kind of had these people who are known to have seen to be able to steal scenes, and you were just like, tone it down. And I was like, why are we toning this down? Even
I felt like
Eddie
was a little toned
literally
down.
he could have, and I'm not saying we don't need movies like this. I don't know, maybe we don't, because we've already seen this. Kenya Burris could have literally took this movie, he could have did it from the dynamics of two black families. It could have been because Eddie, they were clearly the more militant side, Eddie and Nia or whatever.
So write the damn movie.
So you could have wrote it from the point.
Nigga.
I can do that. But it could have, I'm just saying, for the sake of this conversation of this movie, I think it would have hit better if you would have had the dynamics of the rich bougie black family and then the militant black family, the dynamics, because we deal with that on a regular basis.
Yes.
And I'm not saying that. I just kind of feel like we saw a lot of issues going on with, and here's me with my conspiracy theorist hat here. We saw a lot of issues going on with Ye and Kyrie throwing out these terrible things about Jewish people. Now we have black people don't like Jewish people don't like black people. So now we have this movie with black people and Jewish people. Let's try to mend some fences here. That's kind of what it seemed like to a degree. And that could be the conspiracy theorist hat here.
I mean, I think you have valid points, but you also have to remember, in the network's perspectives, what will draw more traffic, more views.
You're right.
You have to, as much as we want to cultivate a great full whole piece, we still have to remember this is a business.
This is true. I mean, although we say that as a business, we got to look at who we're trying to target. I think if we have a black director, we have black writers, we have Eddie Murphy here, we could literally go with the Banks family versus the Dr. Umars.
We have a black and Jewish writer. So Jonah Hill, Jonah Hill, he was credited to write. Him and Kenya both wrote You People.
No, I get it. I'm not trying to not give them their credit. I get that it's the two people. I'm just like, man, we've seen this already. You tried to hip hop up the culture with this white. It's just like
that's just what he does. Kenya, he always adds his little flair, his little tattoo on the hand flair. Like that's just. A lot of these stories that we're watching has been done before. It's just what's the twist? What's the misdirection? What's the unseen character development that we haven't heard of or seen as often that will make this and differentiate the film from all the other films that we've seen?
I think there was a lot of potential that was there, and it could have been a lot better. It just, to
Of
me, it could
course.
have been. And I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just like, with all the potential you had, and especially with seeing like the Guess Who and all those, I'm just like, bro, you made Blackish, and that's a quality show that literally had development in the characters. How are you giving us something that is just
Maybe he tired. He tired of developing characters.
Well, I can't wait to get on and get a bag, and everything I put out after my one big baby can all just be lackluster. I can't wait to do that.
I mean,
it's the M. Night Shyamalan effect, because everything he put out after that one movie has been garbage.
We still need to have the space to be mediocre. Okay.
I mean, this is
why
true.
do we always have to be excelente? We have to be perfect. No, get out of there. Get out of our heads.
But why do you want to be mediocre? Okay, look at it this way. If you're gonna put out mediocre stuff, at least let it be good. It can be, you could be like, this is mid, but it still hits. It's still getting the job done.
But that's your opinion. That's your opinion. Other people might be like, "Man, this is pretty good. It ain't the best, but it's pretty good."
I'm saying it's not the best, but it is good, because I went into it wanting to hate it. I told you, I want to hate. I had my belt ready, with all my lashes. I sentence you to 4,000 lashes. Conduct. I'm becoming a black man. I was so ready. I was like, I am ready, Kenya Barris. But all in all, it was decent. It was a decent movie.
Yeah.
I would give it. It's a solid 3 black thumbs for your boy, and that's what it is. It's a solid 3. 3 out of 5.
I'll give it a 3.5, just because this is obviously this was a quick turnaround. Yeah. I think this was a quick turnaround. This was a COVID piece that King was like, "Hey, y'all giving me a bag? I want to make a movie."
And the only reason why I'm scoring it so low is just, again, you have all these funny people in here, and they just didn't go off enough. It just was like,
it was very tamed.
It was like, Boogie, I got a grinding of the gears today.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Yes, I do, Boogie. You know what? I hate when I'm looking for something and I can't find it, especially when you put it back exactly in the same spot where it's normally at. Sometimes stuff gets a little shift around in the drawer. It might go in, but it's still in that drawer. Okay. Boogie, sometimes, I might dabble in the marijuana just a little bit. Sometimes I dabble. So sometimes you might be like,
you do more than dabble, but continue. Continue.
Sometimes you might be like, Nate, are you sure you're not in one of your hazes and you just might have put it in a different drawer? I thought that myself. And I was like, hey, boo, can you come over here? Can you see if maybe I, misplaced this potato peeler? Because for whatever reason, we had a potato peeler and now we don't have a potato peeler. And it is just...
Talking about my mind. Damn potato peeler. Okay.
It's like blowing my mind, because you know how you feel like, okay, we already feel like Google is listening sometimes. We feel like everybody's listening. So it's just like, I know the maintenance man didn't come in here and steal my potato peeler. This is the only thing he came in here for. He was like, Martha wanted me to make some mashed potatoes tonight. I don't got a peeler. But you know who got a potato peeler? Nate. He has a potato peeler. I just don't know what happened to it, Boogie. I looked through literally every drawer. I'm going through. I even looked through the junk drawer, which I was like, why would a potato peeler be in the junk drawer? Because that's on the opposite side of the kitchen. We don't mix the junk with the kitchen stuff. And that was my favorite potato peeler too. Like it glides so easily. It's just like,
I do need one too. I need one because I was thinking I was making juice and I wanted to peel. Yeah, I want to peel my carrots, and also sometimes like a little bit of the ginger. I don't like the skin on the ginger. Sometimes I know if you clean it good enough, you can throw it in. But most of the time, I want to peel them joints. And I don't have a peeler, so I use a spoon or a knife.
I did hear that spoon trick. It's like a frozen spoon or something you do
Yeah.
to get it
Yep.
off. I did
Yep.
hear that. Never tried it because I had a peeler, so I could just use that. But now that I no longer have a peeler,
Maybe. I feel like it'll pop up. It'll pop up.
You know when it's gonna pop up? It's gonna pop up when I go and I buy a new peeler. That's when it's gonna pop up.
That peeler gonna
Or
be
when
like,
it's like-
"Hey Joe, were you looking for me?"
Or when you're like, oh, we're about to move out of this place. Oh, here's that potato peeler we were looking for. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Someone's got my peeler. It's a ghost out here who's peeling potatoes somewhere. It's just like, ha ha ha. You know, I took his peeler. You know, that's what it is. That's what it is. But anyways, Boogie, you
Yes,
know
sir.
what time it is.
I'm tipping my hat.
It's time to tip the hat to folks who are out here doing great things in the communities. You going first or am I going first?
You go first. Why not? Go ahead. Go first.
I'm
Throw it out.
gonna tip my hat to a Portland woman, Rose Wakefield. She got a blessing right before Black History Month. I love it when Black folks are blessed, but I really love it when they are blessed right before Black History Month. She went to a gas station to get gas, and you know, I don't know if a lot of y'all know, out in Oregon, it is it's not self-serve. You know, they have attendants.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Come out. Yeah, it's I found it out recently, but they have attendants that will come out and they was full service, pump you gas, you know, do the windshield wipers, all that good stuff. You know, Rose went into, you know, hey, can I get some gas? And no, they were like, oh, I don't serve Black people. And the attendants, it's not funny, but it is.
No, it's not.
It's not funny, but it is. He's like, I don't serve Black people. And then he went out and he's, you're Black. Serve you? What? That's 2023.
Your man said, I'm good.
I don't know what you think
funny,
this
but go
is,
ahead.
but no.
Wait a second.
Server then proceeded to go and fill up everyone else's tank that were coming in after her. Another attendant saw what was happening and ended up going out and tried to give her gas. So of course, Ms. Wakefield filed a lawsuit. She ended up getting $550,000 in
about right to
additional
me.
punitive damages. So she walked away with $1 million after being embarrassed by that store clerk. I'm not saying it's okay. But you cannot serve me as well, and I'll take that million. You can, you know, I'm just saying, you know, Lord, I see what you're doing for others. I'm not saying I want someone to be racist towards me, but Jesus, you know, racists are just handing out money these days.
What in the world? Your man said, no, I'm good. He was like, you know what? I think it's my time for me to give this to you. Are you serious? Your man's really just said, no, I'm good.
It was crazy about this is she ended up complaining to the supervisor twice following that week. She says that the phone calls were routinely ignored. So that's what also made the jurors decide to give her additional monies.
Wow.
It's just straight foolishness. My man's was like, yeah, I'm not doing my job for Black people. It's just like, bro,
like this is what you're supposed to be doing.
Like, sir, you get paid to pump gas. It doesn't matter who comes in here. It's just wild.
Serious?
But hey, enjoy that Millie. Because now homie who was being racist towards you, he lost his job. Or the man probably lost his job. So it's just like, hey, I got an M off of you being racist and you in the unemployment line, you know? So Ms. Wakefield, I hope you enjoy that M.
Wow. Kudos to her. Shout out to her for real.
What would your face be though if that was you?
Wait, if you can't pump your own gas and your man like, hey, how you doing? He's like, no, I'm good. What?
You know, he said it's another station a mile up. They might serve Blacks over there. It's just like, So do I have to wait for another black person to come in here to serve me? It's
Like, how does this work? Are you
so I can't get my own gas and you won't give me the gas. So how am I gonna get the gas? This reminds me of life when they asked for them pies.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, this is weird. Yeah, that's weird. That was that's your job and he gonna refuse.
You know what? You know what she should have did? Me no black. That's what she should have did. Me no black.
Stop.
There's a tan, my guy. I just got back from Hawaii. You know?
me no black.
No black.
Oh God.
Look, there's certain regions in this world that you go to.
I know. That's true.
Me no black. My guy, you are darker than me.
Me no black.
Anyways, it's like, sir, I know my colors here.
Oh God.
If we're doing a skin test here, it's like me no black.
You are
okay.
You are really you are really enjoying this. This was your story, huh?
It just kind of gets me. But anyways, who you tipping to, Boogie?
Man, you just my tipping. I mean, my tipping goes out to this hero out here, Brandon Say. I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. Alas, again, we have another mass shooting that happened during the Lunar New Year, and Brandon, he disarmed a gunman. Can you believe it? Wrestled this man. He saw the gun. He came into the establishment, and Brandon just went out and was like, "Nah, this ain't happening right now." And this was prior. The 17-year-old gunman, he killed a few other people, well, a handful of people, and then he was going to continue on with his killing spree and went into the ballroom, and your man wrestled him down with his bare hands. Who does this? Like, why
do you? Oh, my bad. I'm asking.
No, I'm just saying, like, this is crazy. Shout out to him for risking his life, because it could have definitely gotten much worse than what it is. Granted, people did die. He eventually, the shooter, the gunman, he eventually decided to unalive himself in a self-conflicted wound. So,
two things. It's always funny when people say unalive. I like how that is just like the new term for death. They're just he unalive. They're unalive. You know, that's just that's a great term there. Do you think definitely very heroic? He's definitely very heroic. Do you think part of the heroism kind of kicked in when you realized it was such an old man? Because I could take this old man. Do you think that's part of what it was? I'm not trying to minimize it, but do you think if it was like a younger dude, he would have been because you might get the drop on me, old man?
I was gonna say the picture that I saw of the gunman. I mean, he still looked like he could have gave him a couple joints. He had him with it, but yeah, I think from the video that they've been showing, that he took a good look in his eye and he was like, "Oh, this man is old. Let me go ahead. I got this. I've done this before. Let me go ahead and handle this real quick." But yeah, shout out to him for really risking his life. He 100%. He did have a couple injuries or whatnot, but yeah, he's still alive to speak on it. So yeah, the fact that he wrestled this man down, that's crazy.
Yeah, definitely crazy. Kudos to him. He needs like a certificate, and he needs like one of those, like you get to just eat free like in the whole community for like a year.
Right.
Like you just, hey dog, no, that
A
bill's
big
on
ass
you, my boy.
picture. You need a big old picture. Was like, yeah, this me right here. I did
Employee of
it.
the month.
Right.
Employee of the year. He needs something, because
Yeah.
man, I feel like we all talk about what we would do during a situation like that. It's not many people that are actually going to risk their lives to dearm a gunman. So definitely, tip my hat to you, player. Boogie, we got an ad, and then we'll get back with some fun stories.
Fun story.
I don't know why I said it like that.
Okay. Let's go to this ad.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on has got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They'll give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com, BLAK watches.com, and make sure you use that promo code Late Night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. All right, for news you can or can't use. First off, I want to do a quick moment of silence for Tyree Nichols. The video is out there, black folks. Do not look at that. I'm just going to tell y'all, don't look at it. I saw it circulating around, and I myself was like, nope, I'm not going to do this to myself. I have not watched one of those videos since George Floyd's passing, and I'm just not going to do it anymore. It's just trauma porn, and I personally cannot do it. So I definitely want to send condolences to Tyree Nichols, his family, and that community.
Absolutely.
All right. First topic of news you can or can't use. Boogie. I got to start this one off with some lashes.
I sentence you to 4,000 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
And I say that, Boogie. I say that because the head football coach at Albany State ended up giving a scholarship to a Wahite quarterback who was who said the N-word. It's crazy to me. Marcus Stokes was number 24 rated prospect in his freshman class. He had a scholarship to schools like Florida, Penn State, to name a few. He actually decided on going to Florida over Penn State. He was hailed as being the guy to bring Florida back. Then this video surfaced of him rapping a song that had the N-word in it. And Florida decided to pull his scholarship, along with Penn State and along with a slew of other white universities. They just said, hey, you know what? You can't be here. That's not a good thing. But he did receive, a scholarship offer from Albany State, which is a Division II HBCU. He also received a scholarship from a Division I HBCU in Alabama A&M. They deserve some lashes too. Wow. It's just crazy because, we just decide that Albany State should be second chance youth for this kid. It's crazy to me that we have decided to make this a stomping ground for forgiveness for someone that's a racist. A little bit more development into what makes the story crazy. His name is Marcus Stokes. Marcus Stokes. It's not the whitest of names. When you hear Marcus Stokes, Boogie, what do you think of? When I'm gonna quiz your black TV knowledge. When you hear the name Marcus Stokes, what do you think of?
Oh well, the first thing that I heard was Stokely. That's it. That's what came to my mind was
Stokely
Stokely.
from Mint Condition or yeah, Mint Condition is the lead singer.
Yeah,
I thought of that episode of The Fresh Prince when he played Marcus Stokes at Malibu Prep when Alan Payne was over there. That's what I
yeah.
think of. That's the only Marcus Stokes that I will ever acknowledge. I don't know, man. It's just a weird, crazy situation, man. A little bit more on the backstory of this scholarship has since been pulled. University president, thank
Yeah.
God to this sister, Marion Frederick stepped in and was like, no, no, no. We're not going to do this. I actually have the coach's apology. Oh, before we even get to his apology, what's even crazier is his father, Mr. Stokes. He said it's a very unique situation. Even they're calling out how unique this is. Even they are confused as, hey, my son said the N word, and you, a bunch of N words, want to give him a scholarship to come to your historically black N word university? It's kind of
Oh
unique.
God.
It's kind of baffling here.
I
How you feel,
you know what
Boogie?
I see? I see, first of all, I see that these HBCUs were just trying to get a sale. They were trying to get a deal. They were trying to get a deal. Just like how, remember when Paula Dean had her N-word moment and everybody was like, it's on clearance. Everything's on clearance. Grab it while you can. Like that's all I see it right now. But until we keep them accountable, how will they learn their lessons? Like we
I
don't
agree
need
100%.
we don't need to try and get in
I
where we
agree.
fit in to get this W so we can so we can get
It's
these W's. So
that's literally what it was. That's literally what this is. And the head
yeah,
coach,
yeah.
excuse me, head coach Quinn Gray Sr. I never want to call for a black person to be fired or to lose their job. Excuse me, but he was hired in December. Y'all not losing anything by getting rid of him right now. I honestly think you gotta get rid of him solely for the simple fact you care more about winning than you actually did about your players and then just the student population and the faculty in general. Because all it's going to take is for Marcus to get upset that one time, and then he gonna just be, oh, it's N-word city. He gonna be out there all the time. That's all he's gonna be doing. It's just like, man, we're extremely too forgiving a lot of times. In certain cases, I understand where we probably should do it, but this is not one of them. This is not one of them. You're taking a position away from a black kid who deserves to be there, who probably couldn't get a fair shake at the University of Florida where Marcus was going. So you decide to give Marcus a scholarship over a qualified black kid? Like, come on, man, especially a racist kid at that. It'd be one thing if it was like, okay, you wasn't racist and you just wanted to be here because you couldn't play at that university. That's one thing. But we're
Yeah.
giving racist opportunities. They have a whole Netflix show, Second Chance University. Have him go there.
Yeah.
He don't have to come to the HBCU.
I just want I want everyone to stay to stay truthful and stay to their word. Like mean what you say. Like keep the same energy. Like there should be, if there's an issue and somebody did wrong, there should be an accurate punishment. Nobody should be rewarded with a scholarship because the D1, the preferred scholarships that he wanted were like, nah, we're good. We don't want that smoke. We don't want that heat this way. So
You
now the
know what's
HBCUs are trying to get
my bad.
in. So
My
no, go
bad.
ahead.
you made a very valid point. It was a very valid point. You know what's crazy about this? And I don't want to give them a whole lot of credit because they do a lot of dumb stuff over there that they cover
Yeah.
up. But
Yeah.
the white universities had enough foresight to be like, this is not a good look. We
Yeah.
don't want this smoke. That
Yeah.
should have been a telltale sign. If all of those schools, because he had a lot
Yeah.
of offers, you're the number 24 prospect in the country. There's schools everywhere want you. If all of those schools were like, we don't want you, then why did we have to feel like we had to step in and save this kid? Because we all know that whenever black kids go out here and make mistakes or whatever it is, we don't get that same treatment. We don't
Nope.
get that fair shake. We have to sit in the punishment, and our lives have to be ruined over the smallest stuff. I'm sorry, he's going to be okay. There's going to be other schools that want to give him an opportunity to play, but it should not be an HBCU. Coach Quinn issued an apology.
Mm.
Would you like to hear this crap? It's quite lengthy. It says, "Dear Ramley," they're the Rams. I kind of like that, the Ramley. Let me start with a humble apology. Anytime a brother starts out with a humble apology, you know it's not about to be a humble apology. You know they twisted his arm into making this. Let me start with a humble apology. An apology for not honoring the tradition and history of ASU and for letting many of you down. I didn't uphold the Ramley standard that I know you expect. Please know that my decision to speak with a student that did not meet your expectations was unacceptable. I only wanted the best for our team, athletes, and the institution when I invited the student to visit ASU. As I say to our players, there is consequence for every action. The consequence for my action brought pain to our university. I was trying to help a student get back in
Dishonor to
competition.
you. Dishonor to your family. Dishonor.
You brought us shame. So I decided to help a student get back in competition, and in my haste, I did not consider the impact of the decision you think
Oh,
this would
God.
have on all of you. Frankly, it wasn't my place to use ASU as a platform for redemption in this case. I regret that I used flawed judgment. If given the opportunity, I will do better. So he knows that his seat has just gotten hot.
Yeah, he was trying to get that bonus. He was trying to get
Man,
that bonus for
he was
winning,
like,
for them
Prime, the
dummies.
only one with 12 wins. Albany State,
Right.
we got 12 wins too. It's just, he continues on. ASU expects excellence. The president has made it clear that my actions did not meet the standard. It was never my intent to misrepresent what ASU stands for, nor to ignore the rich history of the institution. I am fully committed to the university's mission for supporting academic excellence and student success. Being accepted into the Ramley is something that you have to earn. The Ramley embodies the spirit, authenticity. Woo, messed me up there. And the love forged from the toil of the giants before me. My actions caused you to question my commitment to our institution and our ancestors. Can't forget them ancestors. As the consequences go, I hope to find a way back into the Ramley. Without a doubt, I will be all in. Go Rams. This sounds like a brother that knows
He
his
messed
days
up.
might be numbered.
Yeah.
I just want to know, what was the thought process? Do better, man. And Alabama A&M, you got to do better too. Let's not do this, man. Like, come on, y'all. No, racists do not belong at HBCUs. Like, come on. And also,
Easy.
I also think this was a play to get Albany State is 51% white students. I'm just going to throw that out there. I'm just going to throw that out there. We're going to get the white star quarterback, 55% whites. Go here. Do better, HBCUs. Do better. Anyways, Boogie, I think we got another ad.
Yeah, we do. Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. they need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess. Okay. They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, here, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code late night, okay? LATENITE. Going over to their IG, it's Rose Vogue Styling at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code late night, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
Man, topic number 2 is crazy and scary at the same time. I know they say C's get degrees, but this is not when it's pertaining to people's lives. That you gotta throw it out the window. The FBI took down what they were calling a massive scheme with fake nursing degrees and credentials. According to ABC News, it was a scamming RN operation that generated more than $100 million worth of nursing diplomas and transcripts over several years. Credentials were sold to people who were looking for shortcuts towards becoming a nurse. To the upon investigation, agents discovered fraudulent diplomas and transcripts from accredited colleges. So they still had to take their national board exams for the nursing, but everything else was false. It says once they passed, they were then able to attain nursing jobs. It says they found over 7,600 false diplomas. Folks were paying between $10,000 and $15,000 for these fake credentials.
Make it make sense right now. So you would pay, you want to expedite the process of becoming an RN.
Yep. How many years is that? Hold on. Let's see. That's what, let's say what, 6 years? A 6-year process? Roughly?
Yeah, real quick.
6 years.
Real quick. It's 6 years and there's 8 years for a doctor, right? Plus 2 years of residency or some bull like that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. So you were like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give you this 10 and 15 real quick. Even though, just like the article said, they still had to take the exam. You still got to take the exam. So instead of going to school to learn and prep yourself ready for the exam, you're going to be like, nah, I'm going to just go ahead and take this little brief debrief of this exam and hope for the best.
When you say all this, Boogie, because I never looked at it that way. You still had to take the test.
You still had to take the test.
At some point in time, you had to study something, right? Because I got to assume that it's not just ABC. It's not multiple choice on those nursings. I gotta assume.
Yeah, they're not out here. They're not giving you scantrons and being like, "Good luck, buddy."
I gotta assume the test is a little bit harder. So how did you prepare? Because you had to pass a nursing exam. This is wild.
It's wild. It's wild, and also like you want to be a nurse that bad that you don't even want to be so you just want the name of the nurse, like of being an RN, because you don't, because if you want to be a nurse, it would make sense to learn everything about there is to be a nurse. And they were like, you know what? I'll learn on the job. That's what I'll learn. I'll learn on the job. That's what I'll do.
Did my clinicals. I'm good. This is like, you could have put that 10 to 15 racks into you could have went to cosmetology school. You could still make just as much as a nurse does and not be messing with people's lives. It's crazy because these are accredited universities. So it's like, are y'all not really checking people's man, this is like deeper. This is bigger than Nino Brown. This is crazy. Who knows how many layers there is to this? Because it's like, man, over 7,600 documents.
But I'm not
It's
I'm not
wild.
surprised because it's Florida. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
I mean,
Florida, something is in the water in Florida because it feels like every place, person, establishment, institution, there is something going on in Florida. I don't know if it's because it's always sunny, the sandy beaches, the strip clubs. Something is up with Florida.
it's just.
Florida, why
I had a
can't
joke that
Florida
wasn't
just
gonna hit.
oh he thought about it, was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. This ain't
I
it.
really did.
But you're giggling at it though.
Yeah, because when you laugh at something, it's
Yeah,
funny to you. I was like, this is
yeah.
not. I don't know, man. Florida is just, what? This just is just like everybody. It's just like, I don't. Maybe it's not all of Florida. Maybe it's just like Miami. Maybe it's like scammers. Maybe it's just like Rack City. Maybe it's just like in certain areas. Maybe it's not Orlando. Maybe it's not over there. Maybe it's not Tampa. Maybe it's just, I can't. I hope it's not all of Florida. But the way these Florida stories come out, it makes you think it's all of Florida. Because come on now. I just think about the penitentiary chance of if I killed someone
Yeah.
and then they go back and then they're like, you're not even a real nurse. Like the I would just be so scared. Like that would just, nah, man. I don't want to play those games. Like if schooling is not for you, then just don't go to school. Just you ain't gonna be a
Yeah.
nurse.
Find
You know?
another dream because this ain't because this is not it. Like, why would you? Why? Like, when you get to the point where you like, oh, I don't want to do these. I don't want to do none of this. I don't want to do none of these. I think that should be your sign to be like, let me look into another career. You know what I mean?
There are people who specifically chose certain careers. So I don't like to write papers. So I know journalism is not for me. So it's just like some of these things, it's just like, oh, I don't like blood, but I could pay 15 racks and get a nursing degree. Sure. Let's just go ahead and skip all this. Like, no. In a society where we skip steps all the time, we skip steps with people who get their bodies done. We skip steps with people who scam. These are some of these things y'all should just be like, no.
It's about the marathon. It's about the marathon. It's not a sprint. Like, and I think it's also because a lot of the nurses, because I'm trying to envision, put myself in their place.
Yep,
Maybe they're only in a clinic. Maybe they don't deal with certain things. Because when you go to a doctor's office in a hospital, uh, eh, there's nurses that literally only do one thing.
Yeah.
They check they ask you questions, they type some
charts.
they type
I'm on
up
charts,
some
bitch.
stuff. Right.
Yeah.
And that's their focus. They don't do nothing else. And then obviously, depending on whatever department, whatever concentration, OR, whatever, ER, NICU, like there's a number. Yeah. There's a number of spaces where I'm sure those nurses were like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick to
be a regular nurse.
I'm gonna go ahead and get to this float real quick where we're just weighing people and checking blood pressure. You know what I mean?
I often wonder if that's what it is, because they talk about how difficult it is to be an RN and just keep moving up. So she's like, you know what? I done got my associate's degree. I'm good. I wonder if that's how it is. You see the niggas, you see the people who graduate college, and you like, woo, undergrad was whooping your butt. You might not need to go any further. I wonder if that's how it is for nurses. It was just like, you know what? This RN certificate, I'm done. Like, I don't need anything else. It's just plot twist. I think I know what it was, Boogie. What if it wasn't every class? What if it was like, I'm just failing like RN statistics, and we know everybody was like, statistics was killing everyone. What if it was like that? It was just like, I got an F, but they gave me, a B, so I could, what if it was something like that? What if it was like that? Are you okay with that?
I find it hard to believe if they are in medical school, they are taking statistics. But yes, I understand what you're saying. It could be
have to know how
a
much to
chemistry,
put in the vial.
biology, chemistry, biology, all of that. It's science galore. All I gotta say is, if you don't like science, then you are in the wrong profession.
You know what? This makes me wonder. Like whenever I've gotten like blood drawn, they've had to stick me more than once. This now makes
Yeah.
me wonder: are you one of those
Oh.
RNs that
Ooh.
has one of these janky degrees? Because I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a nurse with a real degree, she could find that vein right away. Like boom, first time.
It's
I feel
making it
like
hard. It's making it hard for the newbies that are out there like, "Excuse me, I'm just new at my job." No, nigga, you don't have an accredited you pay for that, diploma, my man.
what's gonna be crazy now is patients. I need all your receipts. I need your high school diploma. I need to see everything. Go back
I
to
mean, but
elementary
isn't
school.
that
Y'all out here.
yeah, isn't that what we should be doing anyway? Like, we need to be a little bit
Yes.
more vigilant. Isn't that the word? Vigilant? Vigilant? Listen, I
Is
don't
it
know.
diligent?
Yeah, but you want to
Diligent.
be diligent,
Yeah.
but also you want to be, make sure everything's good to go. You like we've become a little lazy in our
A
research.
little.
In our
They don't even check anymore when they like, do you have
yeah,
a degree? People just put yes. They don't even check to see what school you
yeah.
went to. It's like, oh, he said yes, so
Yeah,
he's got to have a
no
degree.
one's no one's doing background checks like that anymore. Yeah, you're
I
right.
feel like the jobs that anywhere in the medical field,
Yeah.
you need to have legit accreditation. If you're a
I think
pilot,
they're doing that. I think they're doing that for doctors.
pilots,
Yeah, doctors,
lawyers,
physicians, nurses, yeah, assistants. I think they're doing
surgeons.
that. Yeah. Oh
How people just
god.
slipping through the cracks. How these people slip through the cracks? We will never know.
This is crazy.
But
Yeah, it's crazy.
straight foolishness, boogie.
Yes, sir.
You know what time it
Oh
is.
god. Here we go.
There's been a lot of folks tripping. There's been a lot
Yeah.
of folks who are out here tripping. Who you got?
I mean, this is I feel like every quarter, every year or two, we hear about
I see
this
what you did
man.
there. Quarter.
Yeah, every quarter we do this. I'm giving y'all niggas is tripping to none other than Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes recently was seen. There's a video out here. He was seen spitting on, and I know this is gonna sound confusing, so let me just slow this down. He was seen spitting on his fiance's ex-husband.
Yeah,
Yes, you heard
yeah.
that right. Okay, not that is any of our business, but uh Matt Barnes and his fiance, who they have a child together, her name is Anissa Sims. Uh she was recently she was married to this man, David Peter Patterson. And apparently Matt has been saying that he's been harassing them. Um, he got a restraining order against him and all this other stuff. And then they were seen at the Dallas and what is it, the Commander game?
49ers.
Yes, whatever. 49ers
49ers.
game.
One of them teams.
It was a football team. It was a football team. And I don't watch football like that, y'all. Sorry. But yeah. And they're arguing, going back and forth. And you can see him trying to walk away. But before he walks away, he decides to unload his mouth and send a loogie to this his fiance's ex-husband. Matt Barnes, can we stop hearing you about your interactions with exes? Because my man, you take the cake. We get it. We get it. You are serious about your girls, about your partners. We get it, my man. Can we just chill? Hold back. Hold your horses, man. We get it.
Yo, when Matt Barnes says I love you, he means it.
Your man's he does not play. We get it. He loves love hard, okay?
Yo, this is Matt Barnes.
I want him dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his eggs.
That is Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes is literally, you look at the dictionary of on site, that is Matt Barnes. You look at the dictionary of F around and find out, that is Matt Barnes. Matt Barnes, you know what it is? Matt Barnes is like, you know what? I got all of y'all. I got the light skinned diaspora on my back. I am tired of everyone saying that we are weak. I am tired of all the light skinned niggas do this. So Matt Barnes is he got to fight. Matt Barnes is the epitome of all my life I've had to fight.
I was about
and
to
that's
say,
what he's doing.
All his life, he's been fighting for his right to be him. Matt Barnes, we see you. We fully see you, my man. You don't need to do this anymore.
Man, anytime I hear his name, I'm just like, oh yeah, he went after somebody.
What do you do now? Right. What do you do now? What do you do now?
It's funny when we don't ever be like, Matt Barnes, solid NBA player. Oh, Matt Barnes, great podcast. All the two things that we think of when we hear Matt Barnes is him and Kobe going at it on the court with that whole ball in the face.
Oh, God.
And then him and his exes. This is the two things that stands out about Matt Barnes. It's just like,
you gotta chill, Matt. You gotta chill. You tripping, Matt.
So I watched the video and I'm just kind of like, there were many opportunities for both of them to leave. I'm not going to put it all on Matt. First of all, it's just like, okay, if I see my ex and I know there's a restraining order against me, or if I see the crazy dude over here, I'm just going to go to my section. Why are y'all not going? There's like 800 entrances into the arena. Why are y'all right here? Go get a hot dog and then circle to where you.
Because Matt heard he was there. That's why. Because Matt heard he was there.
That's what it was. Somebody put the battery in his back. Oh, yeah, you know your girl, your ex-girl's man's is over here. Oh, word? First of all, Matt.
Oh, God.
I know we all say we don't condone violence, which we don't. But, Matt, if you're going to get yourself involved in violence, why don't you just pay people to do that? Just, come on.
That man is tripping. Who you got for y'all niggas is tripping?
I'm giving my y'all niggas tripping to a Minnesota neighborhood because they are being terrorized by a wild turkey named Gladys. I just got a lot of questions. It says since 2021, a wild turkey named Gladys has been terrorizing a Minnesota neighborhood, prompting residents to create homemade weapons in case they become one of her victims. Gladys has been terrorizing the Rapids neighborhood. We need to change that name for over a year, leaving residents with no choice but to defend themselves with homemade weapons. According to the Daily Mail, a female wild turkey appeared in a trailer park neighborhood. That makes more sense. It's a trailer park in Coon Rapids. Okay. Gladys has been drawing blood, flattening tires with her pecs, attacking neighborhood cats, and will even ride the back of residents' vehicles trying to chase them. It says the turkey attacks her every single day. It follows me. The kids that walk to the bus stop every morning, I have to come out and help them. But now they're smart and carry sticks.
Wow.
So I kind of wanted, to give it to Gladys, but, Gladys might be doing the Lord's work. This is a trailer park in Coon Rapids. It's Coon Rapids. I think Gladys was like, you know what? This name bothers black people. I feel like Gladys was just doing the Lord's work. Gladys is like, you know what, black folks, y'all can't hit them, but I can peck them. So Gladys is out here. She's just like, she doing the Lord's work. I can tell you what, though, if it was Gladys was trying to peck me, because Boogie, I've had a couple run-ins with turkeys. I've been, transparent about my run-ins with turkeys. One took off my side view mirror. Gladys would be on a turkey. She'd be on plate. She'd be on a turkey sandwich. She would be on some bread with some tomatoes, a little bit of mayo, a little bit of pepper salt, all that good stuff. She would be a sandwich by the end of the day. I wouldn't take this from Gladys, but since she's terrorizing folks in Coon Rapids, I'm okay with it.
I think it's the other way around. People in Coon Rapids.
Okay. Plot twist.
Is terrorizing Gladys.
Gentrifiers do be moving in places.
That's what I feel. That's what That's what's happening right now. That's what I feel like what's happening. Gladys came in and was like, "Hey, this was ours. This is our land. I'm gonna need y'all to go."
Gladys was like, "Hey, take your trailer park and get gone." I'm all for it. I am all for. You know what's crazy? Because we are infringing on these animals' territories.
We are.
I'm all for animals kind of bucking back to a degree. Because you could run up on me, I'm gonna have to, put the bink binks on you myself, Gladys.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say animals can only buck so much, and then they become dinner.
But I feel like if it's a turkey, like looking at how big Gladys is, especially when turkeys be flapping and all that stuff, they are kind of scary and they're fast. If you've ever seen a turkey run, they kind of got they got the burners, Boogie. They got
them burners. They got them legs, them knees and peckers. It's definitely working. So yeah.
We have a dishonorable mention. There's nothing honorable.
It's a dishonorable
about this at all.
Dishonor to you.
And I think, Boogie, we gotta bring shame back. I know people like, no, we shouldn't shame people, but there's some people that we need to shame.
Agreed.
And Jason is one of them. Jason Pooplock is one of them. I can't say it. Jason S-Lock, he's one of them. I want to say shit so bad. I just said it. Whatever, YouTube, you're gonna have to get me because Jason Shitlock gets on my goddamn nerves. But he decided to carry his coon ass on to Tucker Carlson's show, and here's what he had to say.
Examine the racial element of this, because there is a racial element. And this is a story about young black men and their inability to treat each other in a humane way. Everybody involved in this on the street level was either 24 to 32 years old. Everybody. It was a group of young black men, 5-on-1. Looked like gang violence to me. It looked like what young black men do when they're supervised by a single black woman. And that's what they got going on in the Memphis Police Department. They've elected or put some black woman in charge of the police force. And we're getting the same kind of chaos and disunity and violence that we see in a lot of these cities that are run by single mothers. If we want to discuss the breakdown of family that leads to disrespect for authority, that causes you to resist the police and run from the police and not comply with the police because you resist authority at all times because there was no male authority in your home, let's have that discussion. But that's not where they want to take us. They want to take us down the path of saying, you know what? This is Tucker Carlson's fault. This is some random white. This is Donald Trump's fault. It's not. It's the breakdown of family.
He said some random white. Oh, my bad.
I think we get the gist of where Shitlock was going with that. Go ahead, Boogie. I'll let you go first.
This is just clickbait, and I would hope that people that watch Fox are watching it to get both sides of the news opinions, because these are opinions, even though news outlets claim to be unbiased, and that's what they should be. They should just be telling the news regardless of their thoughts on it. But it's obvious that there is an agenda and there is a leaning ideology, I should say, that that Fox and Tucker Carlson is trying to sway their audience to believe how Black people have been upheld, and I just find this very very on par to what Jason has been doing for all of his career, and I don't care. Like, it doesn't bother me. It's more so we just have to remember to protect and educate the younger generations and people in general who don't know the history of of us, of Black people in America, in family and households. Like this is nothing special, nothing new. This doesn't surprise me, and it is what it is. So
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, if you do your history of Jason Whitlock, you pretty much know
yeah,
how dumb this guy is. He always takes the side of bashing. He
yeah.
started his career bashing the black athletes, the male
Serena
men and the
Williams,
women,
Venus, yeah,
the LeBrons. That was always his thing. I'm gonna come down hard on you. And here, Fox News just dug him up again just to come on here and to discredit black women. This has nothing to do with black women. This has nothing to do with the black family. This has nothing to do with that. What this does have to do with are 5 idiots who took the life of another brother. That's what this has to deal with. That's all this is. 5 idiots who did way more than what they were supposed to do. And you would think that most of us have this code of this is a brother or a sister. You would think that one of them would have been like, this is not right. But of course not. But what does Jason Whitlock do? Because there's no critical thinking in that pea-brained that he has going over there, and there's no type of critical thinking going on over there at all. To the point where I have to get on here and I have to spew mistruths about black women and the black family. Stay on topic, bro. This has nothing to do with that. And then you try to discredit the black woman who is in charge over this unit because clearly this black woman saw enough of what was going on to be like, you know what? Y'all are all fired. We're also going to charge you guys. So clearly this black woman is doing enough or more than enough, because in previous situations like this, it takes how many days for these people to get charged? Right. How many days for them to get fired? But you decide to use your platform to shit on black women? Bro, you're crazy. And Jason Whitlock, how would you explain people that come from 2-parent households like myself who don't necessarily like the police? I just kind of threw a little monkey wrench to your whole argument there. What about the people like myself who come from 2-parent households who feel that way? What you got to say about that, bro? It's just
he's getting a check. He's getting a check. He wants to continue on to make sure that he is in the news however he can to continue to gain popularity.
It's like folks know these things, and like you said, they just get out here and they just want to say this dumb stuff. And my brothers, please, I'm specifically saying this to the brothers, don't fall into this trap. There's a lot of media outlets who like to paint black women as ain't shit this, you're not good this, the destruction of the black family. Don't feed into that crap. Do not feed into those narratives that some of these brothers in these outlets are spewing, because we know that's not true. We know that we're only 3-4 days before Black History Month, and unfortunately they're going to try to do everything that they can do to make us look that much more worse with this terrible situation that we already have here going on right now. So don't fall for it.
Yeah, he's definitely tripping.
Don't fall. But anyways, Boogie, let's get to this final ad. We'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, y'all? A lot of y'all hit me up like, Nate, you super chill. You super laid back all the time. Brother, you gotta be on something. Well, y'all are right. I'm off them chummies edibles, and y'all know me. Y'all know I'm a smoker. I don't really mess with the eddies like that, because let's be real, a lot of them are hit or miss. There's either no juice or you're feeling like a zombie. The good folks over there at Chummies, well, they out here trying to change the edible game. And I gotta tell you, they got some phenomenal products. They sent me over some of their traditional edibles, and man, them things are hitting. But they don't only got edibles. They got juice. They got your gummies. They got your chocolate bars. Whatever you like, they got it. Y'all, do me a favor. Go over to their Instagram page. It's Chummies_edibles. And get yourself some good stuff. And when you're out there, filling up your cart, make sure you use that promo code 21Chummy. That's right. They rocking with the podcast, and because they rocking with us, they rocking with y'all. So they're going to take care of y'all by giving y'all 10% off of your first order. So again, use that promo code 21Chummy to get 10% off your edibles. All right, y'all, let's get back to the podcast.
It's the final topic. topic.
Yo, this one is funny because this comes up quite a lot, especially for folks having babies. A young lady put this on Reddit. Her name is Nina. She opened up about her and her husband's financial struggles since the birth of their baby girl. They found themselves in a hole of debt, and now they're trying to figure out how daycare costs will factor into that. Nina says she reached out to her mom for babysitting her daughter so she could return to work, but her mom straight up told her no. She would only do it if she was getting paid $20 an hour. Her reasoning, because she doesn't agree with women going to work after having kids. She's old school and believes that women should be stay-at-home moms. Said my mom is 64, has been a stay-at-home mom since 1992, and hasn't been a part of the workplace since then. Nina explained in her Reddit post she refused, saying she's too old and that she's already raised her kids. She also added, if I really wanted this baby, then maybe I should have thought about staying home like she did to take care of it while my partner goes off to work and provides like a traditional family. Nina continued to explain how they need money to save up for a new house and to also pay off their debt, but her mom's still not budging. She says in a couple of years we will need more space. When she explained to her mom, her mother told her she would charge her $20 an hour for each hour she has to take care of the baby, plus a late fee for pickup. And this has set the internet on a fire.
You need a new grandmama. You need a new mama. You need a new granny. What in the world? If you want me to stay home, are you going to give me the funds in order for us to afford a bigger home, mother?
I do agree with that there. I think that's where mom kind of messed up at. I don't think mom is necessarily 100% wrong, though, because we have seen that there have been several people who like to drop kids off on grandparents and be gone.
Yeah,
just be
gone. we know that. But is this her first grandbaby?
There's a lot of variables here, though. I don't think whether this is your first grandbaby, you should not. My grandma is 64 years old. She's 64. I
understand.
Let's add up some of these variables here. So she said we're in debt. Both of us have to go back to work. Okay, understandable. So is grandma babysitting for 8 hours a day or for your entire 8 to 10? How long is your shift? These are variables that have to be taken into factor with a 64-year-old woman. Grandma's right. She has raised her children. I feel like grandparents are just that. They are they're an extension. Yes, you should want to help, but you shouldn't feel like you're obligated to. I just, because what would you do if grandma wasn't there?
Very, very true. Very true. I'm just saying, if this is her first grandchild, she should be trying to help and assist. It doesn't necessarily mean babysit, but damn, you can help your damn daughter to try and to find other resources in order for her to save up. She said, Mom, I have to go back to work because of XYZ. It's not, Mom, I want to go back to work because I feel like I need to work. No, that's not what she's doing at all. I think there's a lot of information that hasn't been added to the story that we definitely need to know in order for us to give a full opinion. But just from the information that was given, there might be some type of strife with the mama.
It definitely sounds a little something.
Yeah, there's something happening. She like, nah, I'm good. $20 an hour, baby, plus a late fee. Because clearly, she must have done this before. Now, if this is your first grandchild, you ain't gonna automatically come up with this price. My mother just became a grandmother for the first time, and she's like, man, I want to quit my job to take care of the baby. That's what my mom was like, I will take care of the kid for you. Let me know. And they're like, we don't want to give them that burden. So.
You know, when you see that makes a lot of sense when you say that. So maybe grandma, maybe this is her 6th grandchild, and the other siblings have ran grandma through the grandma daycare gauntlet, and she's like, no more. Maybe that's what it is. That's a very valid point. Maybe. I feel like because I mean we hear the stories, even if here's a plot twist to that. Even when people only have one child, one grandkid, we know the ones who be dropping the kids off. They don't see their kids for like a week. So if you were going to do that, I think I'm not saying you got to cash granny out, but you should definitely, because you can't eat them out of house alone. These are seniors. They're on fixed incomes. So unless you are legit bringing, here's money for y'all to get something to eat. Here's money for them. Here's a diaper bag, all that stuff. They don't have to come out their pocket. I'm not 100% mad at granny for doing that. But with what you've thrown into the mix, I will say there should be some compromises here. Maybe not a full 8-hour shift. Maybe it's only 4 hours because she is 64. Grandma got a life. And if grandma has her own house and she has bills, you could put some on granny's light bill because her grandchild is there.
Agreed. Yeah, it's a lot of missing pieces that we need to know about it. But I hope and where is her husband's mother? Like this
Maybe
is what I'm saying. Okay. But
there's variables to that.
Where's the grandfathers? Where are the grandfathers? It's always the grandmother. Where are the grandfathers?
I think
Stop playing. Stop playing around. That's all I'm saying. Stop playing.
I still feel like people still have this. It's because it's family. You're obligated to babysit or take care of my child. For some people. Because some of the comments, that's what family's supposed to do. And I was like, man, family, yes, they should, but they don't have to. And like mom said, she's 64 years old. She literally has raised all her children. And I'm not saying you can't help. I would never leave my kid out like, oh no, you got to do it on your own. But if it's set up how some people have done this and you're working 8-10 hour shifts, that's a lot, especially if you're not picking up. For granny to add on a late fee, that means other people in the family didn't pick their kids up on time. That's what that means.
That's what exactly.
But also, look at it this way though. Granny is cutting her a discount because daycare will be way more than that 20 an hour or whatever. I'm just saying. I hope they work it out. I hope she goes on Reddit and she's like, man, y'all make my mama feel bad, so she's gonna take care of the baby now. Hope we get an update. I hope we get an update. I don't know if we will, but I hope we do. But anyways, Bugs, we have come to the end of another great episode of Late Night with Nate and Adrian.
Man, that went really fast.
There.
Yeah, I was holding.
Yeah, I felt like we both were just like
I'm like, should I? I don't know what you're doing here, but okay.
Yeah, it was, you know how it's like on the tip of your tongue and you're just like,
yeah, it happens.
That's what it was.
That's life, man.
It's like when you get to a 4-way stop and you're all confused as to who should go. That's what it was.
Like, was I first? Was you first? Like, make up your mind. Just go. Somebody go.
Who are too courteous? It's like, I'm going. And then y'all all go at the same time. But shout out to the No Sleep crew. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. The YouTube views have gone up, so y'all been listening. We appreciate y'all for viewing over there. SoundCloud holding us down per usual. Apple, you know I'm going to have to get after y'all. Google, how to get after y'all people too. Spotify, get y'all numbers up because we here every week and we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Heck yeah. Let everybody know that this is the podcast that they should be listening to. Go ahead and smash that bell notification button so you can get the content as soon as it drops. Drops. I just felt it. I felt it inside. I had to do it. Right.
That's what that was.
Silly self.
Well, on that note, I'm your boy Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
And we'll see y'all fools next week.
Peace out, y'all.